Hi, this is Carolina, the Soul Coach. Welcome to my podcast. Hey, so it's Sunday again and it's Sunday Catchup. How has your week been? What have you been up to? What have you done? We often don't give ourselves time to kind of reflect, do we, on what's happened. We just kind of try and get through one day at a time. But I think it's really important to reflect, just on your week. But also sometimes it's a really good time to reflect on your whole life and where you are now and what's got you here and all your achievements. Just take a moment to think about your life and what you've achieved and the people that have helped you along the way. And I bet there are some key people that have helped you be the person that you are today. I'm so grateful for so many people that have really helped shape my life, especially in my work, and people that I left school with no qualifications, well, very few, and then went to college and studied nursery nursing and got my NNEB qualification. But I did it for a little while and did really well at college and excelled, even though I came away with no qualifications from school. But it was an amazing experience. And then I decided that it wasn't for me and I wanted to go into estate agents. And having no experience on anything, I didn't type. I remember going to a place where you go and look for jobs. Oh God, I can't remember the name now. This seems to be menopausal brain. But anyway, going to this agency and they said, okay, so what skills do you have? And I was like, I don't have any. I can't type. I can't whatever. And they said, well, you never get into a estate agency. And I was so determined that I would, because I really fancied doing this job and I have no idea why, but it was just part of my journey. So I started walking the streets and I started going around all the estate agents. I remember going to Dorking, going into the estate agents. Oh, are you looking for someone to help you? I can't even remember what I said now, but because I was only about 20. But anyway, so I did that and I didn't give up. I was so determined because it's what I wanted to do. And then eventually I went into Andrew's estate agents in, I think it was Yule near Ruxley Lane. I think I went in there and there was a guy there called Clive Bristow and he interviewed me and I was really bad. But I'd worked in a shoe shop and I loved working in a shoe shop when I was 16. Freeman Hardy Willis in Epsom, Ashley Centre, and I absolutely loved it. And do you know the best bit that I loved when I was 16? I loved selling all the extras. They were called fancies then. So they were like the shoe cleaning, the inner soles and everything else. And I loved it. And I was always top of the week's fancies. And the key was just asking the question. I think I might have shared this in another podcast, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So it's just a question of asking. So I had some selling experience. Anyway, he interviewed me. And as I say, I interviewed really badly, but I was really passionate and I'd explained what I'd done and everything. And he gave me a chance. And that got me into estate agents. And I worked at Andrews in Tolworth. And they put me right at the front. I never knew why, but they did. And I'd welcome people in and I'd answer all the phones and everything. And they just let me grow. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And what was really weird was when I came to the Ashley Centre, there was a super guy called Manuel. And he recognised me 30 years on. And said that I'd sold him his first place, his first home. So that was really amazing, the fact that he recognised me. And then obviously I sold him his first home. So that was incredible. So yeah, Clive Bristow, hooray for him. I wonder what happened to him. And then who else was there? There was, when I started working for the Prudential, my mum was already working there, and she spoke to the guy that was in charge there, but it was very much a man's world back then, and they were not going to take on a young lady to do the job. It was too risky. Anyway, they got a new manager in, Mike Ward. What a great bloke he was. And he was really unsure. I interviewed, probably a bit better than I did originally. Interviewed, and then he took a risk. He did kind of like wasn't sure and was like, oh, I'm not sure. Anyway, he took a risk. He took me on, and I remember doing all the training, and I loved it, and it was brilliant, and it was just so different. And then I got cold feet. I literally was like on a self-sabotage, and I remember crying to my mum going, I can't do it. I don't think I can do it anymore. And she was just like, come on, you've got to prove everybody, you've got to prove everybody wrong. You can't, prove them right. So I got off. I got my shoes on. I got my chutzpah. I buttoned my coat up, and I went and did the job. And again, it was just a question of asking. And I sold the most insurance policies in 1 week that anybody had ever in starting their career in our office anyway. So, yeah. So Mike Ward, amazing guy. Sadly, he's passed away, but it was incredible. And then obviously there's been other people. Angela, who, when skipping forward loads, but I used to promote a couple of palm reader and a feng shui expert, Christian Kiriakou. And I walked into the shop as it is in Teddington. Does anybody ever remember that? And spoke to Angela. I said, oh, blah, blah, blah. And she just looked at me in the eyes and she just said, what do you do? I said, oh, I've been doing palm reading and I've been doing that. She said, well, I need a palm reader and I'd like you to come in and do it. And I was like, oh, it's that fear again. And I was like, I'm not ready to do it. And she said, nope. She said, we're going to book you appointments. You come in. And that's how I started doing palm readings. And yeah, thanks to her. So all these people that I'm sure are in your life that have been instrumental to who you are now. And yeah, it's got me thinking now, gosh, I've just thought of someone else. Diana Cordova, the marketing manager in the Ashley Centre, and Sonia, who, do you remember the shop in Newell Village? We had Quest so we opened that when I was 39, 3 weeks before my 40th, and we were in there, and then Sonia and Diana came in the shop and asked if I wanted to do an event in the Ashley Centre. And we did a couple of Halloween events. And then we needed to vacate the Yule. And I was looking at a property in Epsom where Number One Currency is right now. And Diana was like, no, Carolina, come and talk to us about coming into the Ashley Centre. I was like, well, there's no way we can afford that. That's like way out of our league. And she said, no, come and talk to us. And thanks to her, we've been in the Ashley Centre for 14 years now. So yeah, that's just a few people that have been key and instrumental to my life now. Hugely grateful to everyone and that's helped me on my path. So I think sometimes it's really good to reflect on just how far you've come and what you've achieved. And right now, right this moment, all is well. And we have everything that we need in this moment to help us to be the person that we want to be and to help us create the life that we want. And all of our skills, it's so strange how all of our skills in all of our life can help us be that person. So yeah, reflection. So not just reflection on the week, but reflect maybe this week on your whole life and just give a huge gratitude for that. And I'm going to really be thinking about that today and just sending grateful thanks and love out for all the people, that I haven't even mentioned here that might be listening. I'm really, really grateful for you. And I'm grateful for you for listening because honestly, you inspire me every day. And I might say this every week because you do. and I hear all the stories and all the challenges and everything that people go, and you know, being a human being is can be really tough at times. But remember, you are more. You are consciousness itself. You are the love, the joy. And so, you know, keep tapping into that, keep remembering and allowing everything else just to kind of be shaken off. I know it's easier said than done, but if you can just remember the hope, the joy, just come in and come into yourself, and that will really help. So what's this week been like? What's been happening? I've really, I don't know if it's because I'm going to be doing this Sunday catch-up, but I've kind of been really proactive this week. I'm going to get my third children's book to the illustrators. So it's my second dragon book, and it's all about him trying to find his purpose, and he doesn't know where to look, and he tries to become what the lion in his community can do, or the sloth. Anyway, he eventually finds out that, of course, all he has to do is look within, and he finds it. So that's going to be exciting to get that illustrated. And what else? I'm revamping The Living a Life of Magic with the lovely Annika and Alistair as well, who helps with all the social media and the website. So huge gratitude to him as well. And the beautiful Annika is going to be helping me. And of course, Alison as well. She has been very instrumental for Home of Reiki. So this week, I keep digressing, I'm so sorry. This week, Home of Reiki, we've got so many lovely events planned for Reiki. Reiki is amazing. Have you ever looked into Reiki? It's super awesome. And I'll do a podcast about Reiki because it's just incredible. It's an incredible modality, and the body has this ability to heal, and I love the way that Reiki can help with the body's healing ability. It's just amazing. But I think most of all, I'm really not sure who enjoys it more, my clients or me, when I give Reiki, because it kind of just brings me and clients into stillness. And what greater gift can that be to come into that stillness? So I'm very grateful for Reiki for helping me come into my stillness. It's wonderful. And just having that mind be silent. And I tell you, the inspiration that I get from doing the Reiki sessions is amazing. Not only for my clients, but for myself as well. There's just these little seeds of ideas and inspiration that comes from consciousness is incredible. So yeah, Reiki. So Home of Reiki is really coming on. So homeofreiki.co.uk. I'm not giving a little plug for that, but I'm just telling you that it's amazing. And so that's been really proactive. And our factory is coming on nicely. And I'm looking at getting some more dresses for the shop because we need some. So yeah, it's been a really proactive week. I had a therapy session which felt fantastic with the lovely Marion, and that really helped me kind of just let go of some things that had been building up for me. And I really recommend talking therapy or journey therapy or whatever it is that you can do to clear your mind and your thoughts and your feelings. Definitely recommend that. I honestly think every single person on the planet could do with some talking therapy. Anyway, what else has been happening this week? Will made me a lovely chocolate cake, which was really nice. I've thoroughly enjoyed that. And Quest has been busy. We had a beautiful crystal skull in the shop, and we sold that this week, and that's gone to a lovely home. We love seeing all the items that we've chosen to then go to people's homes. We all get such a kick out of that. It's wonderful to know that things are going to beautiful homes. So it's been a really, really proactive week this week. Been quite sociable and just enjoying life and walking to work and, doing all of those kind of beautiful things. And had 2 days off, so I rested for one of the days. I think I worked from bed and caught up with my Guilty soap, which I love. and I've been watching it for years, which is Casualty. I'll whisper it so you don't hear what it is really. But anyway, that's my guilty pleasure is Casualty and Call the Midwife. Love Call the Midwife. Have I learnt a new skill this week? Maybe being a bit more tolerant. Possibly. Maybe being a bit more of a decent human being, trying to be kind and loving, which isn't always easy, but I'm trying to do my best, and I will keep doing my best. So that's it really from me. I hope you've had a good week, and look forward to catching up with you next Sunday. And I believe I'm going to start doing a podcast very, very soon. The problem that I'm having is that I talk and can talk for about 10 minutes and then I kind of run out of steam. So anybody that does podcasts, got any tips for me, I'd love to hear from you. And maybe I'll do my first one on Reiki because I love it, or energy clearing. Oh, that's one of my favourite subjects, energy clearing. Any ideas? Be very grateful. Lots of love, big hugs, wishing you a happy day, happy week, and catch up soon. Take care, bye.